Hey, remember like 3 days ago when I said it doesn't look Christmassy outside yet? It's not snowing. Surprise. Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another review and to day 9 of 25 days of suggestions, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Ice Racer Vitaly Petrov as suggested by Dark Phoenix 98. Thank you so much for your suggestion as always. Now I've mentioned this several times in the past, especially more recently, but I got this guy last Christmas and I reviewed him, but I accidentally lost the footage of the review. So I did very quickly go over this guy's details in a channel update at the beginning of this year, but unfortunately I lost the full review for him. So this will be my first time officially doing a full review video for Vitaly. Now of course that original review would have been an unboxing review, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to unbox this guy again unless I buy another one just so I can do it with the unboxing review, which obviously I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I'm excited to finally be able to do a full review on this guy. Of course, Vitaly Petrov here is from the Russian version of Cars 2, where he replaces Jeff Gorvette in the party scene. His regular variant was released as a Super Chase back in 2012, around 2012. And then he got a wide retail Ice Racer variant since the Ice Race took place in Russia and they made him a part of it, which is pretty cool. I like that they've recognized the World Grand Prix cars from the other versions of Cars 2 in canon outside of the alternate versions of Cars 2. So before we get to take a closer look at Vitaly, we of course have to open up a day in the Mini Racer Advent Calendar. Today is day 9, right up here. It's a pretty small box, so I'd assume it's just going to be a small accessory. Probably, I'm going to say, one of the cones. I really want to get this oil can, but I think today's probably going to be one of the cones, or maybe a flag. No, the box for the flag was longer. I'm going to say a cone. Hey, what do you know? It's a cone. Just like I thought. There it is. Now, I'm not sure if this cone accessory has been used before. I mean, it's nice to have. I don't think I have any cone accessories, so I could definitely maybe use this in Cars Adventures. It's a bit of a soft plastic. Okay, not really. Not at all, really. A little bit soft. But it's a pretty nice accessory to have, although, again, I'd assume it's reused either from a past Advent Calendar or from somewhere else. Sorry. Not too sure where, though. Maybe it was the same cone included with Welcome to Radiator Springs Sarge. I'm sure it's been used like 100,000 times before, and I'm just not aware of where, but a pretty nice little accessory. Now, moving on to Vitaly himself. His original Super Chase release, I believe, was just called Russian Racer, which is kind of weird. His Ice Racer release was the first time his diecast was labeled as Vitaly Petrov. And of course, the Ice Racers are actually more different than you may think. They're not just the Cars 2 racers with this snowy overspray and with snow details on them. They also have their own unique details, much like the more recent XRS racers. One of those details being the fact that on the hood he has an Ice Racing Cup logo here in Russian. Fortunately, I don't know what that says, but it is written there in some Russian characters. It's got a pretty determined expression. Of course, Vitaly and like all of the guys from International Cars 2 versions that Mattel has released are repaints of the Max Schnell model. Of course, we have this snow on him, which does look pretty fake, honestly. Now, the rest of him has a very nice snowy sort of overspray, especially more so on the front here and on the back. And that overspray effect is pretty similar to something they did more recently with the Fireball Beach Racers, although not as major as it is on the Fireball Beach Racers. Moving on to the side, we have the number 11, which is a really nice bit of continuity. Of course, the World Grand Prix Racers are numbered 1 through 9, and then McQueen's 95 and Jeff Gorvette is 24. I'm pretty sure they made Frosty number 10 for this series, and then Vitaly number 11. It's a really nice touch. He didn't have a number originally, but when they decided, hey, we're going to put Vitaly and Frosty into the ice race, it's nice that they chose to give them their own numbers, continuing the trend of how the World Grand Prix cars were numbered. And of course, that isn't in the type of box that a World Grand Prix number would be in. Just a lot of nice touches here that make it unique from the World Grand Prix variants of everyone. Most of his side is taken up by this huge, like, carified logo here. I really like what they did with this. You can see we have some wrenches, some lug nuts, and everything. I really like when they take something and make, like, a car's version of it. We've got some Russian writing there underneath the number 11. Not sure what that translates to, unfortunately. We also have a WTCL logo, just like what's on Max Schnell, which is interesting because Max Schnell is German, not Russian. And who knows, maybe WTCL was a sponsor for this race, since this is where the all-in-all logos were on most of the regular World Grand Prix racers. You'll also notice all of these stripes running across the side of Vitaly here. That's just because he's using the Max Schnell model. Max Schnell's model has these lines molded in, they're textured there, of course representing his carbon fiber. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be on Vitaly and Frosty and all those other cars, but since they share a model, they just are, and I think it looks a little weird. We have more snowflake detailing across the side and even on the white on the back. Got the number 11 there, of course, snow all over the wheels, which are blue, unique to this variant, same with the blue bumper and blue spoiler. Moving on to the back, it's basically blank aside from this logo down here, which is also in Russian. But on its left, you could once again see the Ice Racer Cup logo. There is the other side. And there is the base, which you can see is an all-white, complete with the wheels, the tires being an all-white. Once again, very similar to what was done a few years later with the Beach Racers. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's review, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 10 of 25 Days of Suggestions. Bye now.